Hello? Oh, it works! My microphone was not working, now it does. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new game dev stream. Today's gonna be another short stream. Uh, gosh, I've been fixing my PC all day long. I was using the CatchyOS repository. Actually, before that, my I was updating my router and it went bad, and the update, the firmware upgrade just crashed my router, and I had to fix it yesterday. That's why I was not online. I did not stream, but we are back today. And today I was working on my Arch Linux ISO because I have a custom one that I used for fixing my own PCs or fixing my router like I did this time. And I had not given it maintenance in so long. And I was also fixing my PC because I was using the CatchyOS repositories and... Oh my god, my ears! Thank you, the big donut! Welcome! Welcome. Glad to see you here. So I was working on... Oh gosh, what was it talking about? How are you? Big donut. If you want to chat, if not, that's okay. That's cool too. Yeah, I was working on the router, and yeah, I was giving care to maintenance to my Arch Linux ISO, and I got it working, but it was crapping out on Pacman, and that was because I was using CatchyOS Pacman, like their own patched version of Pacman, and that was screwing up the ISO. So I had to remove CatchyOS from my PC, from this PC right here, from everything you see on screen. And now everything works. Now I have a clean Arch Linux setup that I can continue using for streaming. And hopefully nothing crashes today. Maybe the engine, because I have to fix some issues in the engine too. But everything seems to be working fine. So we're just gonna keep working. I don't remember. I don't even have plans for today either. I need to make better plans. So we're just gonna YOLO it for 1 hour and see how far we go. But yeah, guys, if you don't have to take care of your own infrastructure, please don't, because you're gonna spend so much time on it. But it's fun. I still like handling my own infrastructure. But man, it can take so much time away from game dev itself. Anyway, let's do this. This was the magic circle shader we got from the AI, which is this. We're just gonna ignore the circle. We're gonna ignore the art for now. Let's see, I had a bunch of issues that I wanted to fix on stream, so let's just dig on those. And yeah, we'll take it from there. I'm probably will vibe code something along the way. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, I do remember though. So I was thinking, yeah, I was working on this a couple of days ago. Actually, the same day I did not stream. So yesterday, actually. No, was it yesterday? No. It was a couple of days ago. Anyway, I was working on the item menu. So right now, right, we have the time spell or whatnot. So, but anyway, we have this pause menu, and we have the items, right? But here's the thing: for the health potion, like if you just look at up here, this UI is scuffed. I need to make it better. But if we double click on the health potion, we get some health. Same with the mana, right? But that's something that I don't like. The fact that you just double click and or you press I don't know, the confirm button on a gamepad, and it works, and you get what you need. But I want more of an RPG menu, and I want to add the ability to kick items. So if you have a potion that you can kick, you can just kick them to the, I don't know, the undead, and you can kill them. Hey, the big donut. I'm doing good. Trying to get some work done today. See, See where we go from there. How are you? I'm glad to hear. I'm glad that you are here too. Very, very glad. Um, so let's keep working here. What I was gonna do is we want to add some checks to the item database. Actually, no, I think we already did this. So let's see. Let me make this a little bit bigger. We're mostly going to be reading code here. Let's update lazy vim. I think everything's updated now, and let's go look for item db generator. So we were adding some item metadata here. This was for the strength modifier. Oh yeah, this was for actually the equipment. So if the equipment adds strength or defense or whatever, we set this through these modifiers on the item metadata. But we also want to add. So I'm pretty sure I had some consumable. Hold on, let me take a look at the actual IMDb itself, because I remember adding some consumables to this. We're looking for streamers who talk to their viewers. Well, you found one. I definitely you can really make me stop working if you talk a lot. So that's why I'm here, to talk to people too. And when I talk, I'll probably take a quick pause. We're gonna set the AI to vibe code something for us right here, and then I'll start talking to you a lot more. That's usually what I do. I need to make more plans for the vibe coding part, because this can go so bad so quickly. But you can, I mean, if you have really good abstractions, you can vibe code a lot of stuff even in game dev. As long as you don't need to, as long as you don't connect too many things. Like, if we're talking like, I don't know, second or I mean, usually third order logic, the AI is gonna crap out. It's like, oh, this is too much context. I cannot. My brain, I cannot compute. But if you do like, I don't know, first order logic or second order logic, usually you can vibe code a lot of things. But anyway, so here, this is what I wanted. This is what I was thinking of. Because we have in the item deep database generator, we have, I don't know, the health potion. Yeah, so we have a bunch of items and we can add them to categories, right? I don't want this to be consumables. I want this to be just consumable. And I think all the consumables should also be kickable. So let's add them to another category, kickable. Wait, we did already? I did not. Okay. Are you creating your own game? Because I don't understand coding. Yes, I'm creating my own game here. Wait, why? So you're just looking for streamers who talk to their viewers? And you're not interested in what we're doing here? Huh? Is that what's happening? I'm just kidding. Oh, yes. I am making my own game here. So if you've never used Godot, it's a free open source engine you can go and grab. And you can play with it. You can do a bunch of stuff with it. You can basically code mostly, not all of the games, but you can code a lot of games in it. But not anything that's too fancy graphically. If you want realistic stuff, you wanna go find Unreal, or if it's not that realistic, go with Unity. If I don't know, the vibe that the renderer gives you is what you want. Although each renderer, I mean, that's really nonsense what I just said about the renderer, because each engine lets you modify the renderer like what you see on screen. And you can make them all look fancy. It all depends on how much effort you're wanted to put towards that, and it can take so much time to get something realistic going on in Godot. I'm watching, but I'm trying to understand what I'm watching. Gotcha, gotcha. This project is already a little bit big, so there's like a lot of stuff going on. But feel free to ask if there's something you want to understand, or there's something you don't understand but you are really interested in and want to know more details about. Sure. Um, by the way, before we continue, do you know anything about programming? I mean, you said you don't understand coding, but have you done anything at all? Like, I don't know, maybe something like a little Python script, or some shell scripting, or some batch files on Windows? No? Nothing? Oh, that's okay. That's totally fine. I'm beginner friendly too, so I can also sit down and explain a bunch of stuff if you want to learn something about it. That's all right. Just wondering, because I tend to go crazy with the details. So if you start talking to me about programming for a second, I will assume that you know a lot, and I will go crazy. We're gonna start talking about assembly, reverse engineering, encryption, you name it. I'm crazy about this. Um, but yeah, I can go too crazy sometimes, and I need to slow down. So that's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. So I'll try to be as detailed as possible whenever you ask questions. Okay. So we want to add kickable. We want items to be kickable. So in this database, I can just keep adding like this tiny little text. So I want to be able to kick the mana potions. Why not? Why not? I want to be able to kick the high potions too. So, and the full potions too, everything. And the weapons. Why not? In Shokobu's dungeon too. I think even the first one, you can kick a lot of weapons. Just say whatever you want. I'll be happy to listen. Yeah, I'm gonna be rambling a lot. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of games that this game is inspired by. I'm gonna be mentioning Skyrim, Chocobo's Dungeon 2, Final Fantasy 7, or basically any Final Fantasy, because the RPG mechanics is kind of the same among them, but you get a different story. I mean, each of them have very, very cool mechanics though. That are their own, like Final Fantasy 9, if I remember. One of the things that I liked is that you can equip an item, and you get a skill by equipping that item, and you can level up that skill to the point where that skill becomes yours, and you don't need the item anymore to use the skill. That's a really cool thing that I've never seen in any other game. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's another game like that. I just don't remember. But Final Fantasy 7 always comes to mind. Anyway, we're gonna keep adding kickable to all these items because I want the player to be able to do crazy stuff. And I also want to bring about this notion of what's the name? Emergent gameplay. That's what I'm talking about. Emergent gameplay. And the skull key is not click. No, the skull key is a key item. We don't want this to be kickable. But yeah, by emerging gameplay, what I mean is, no, the empty cannot be kickable. No, what I mean is that you get like a bunch of items, and the player needs to figure out how to use them. And it's a bit puzzly. Like they need to think a little. But a game that's really old that I just learned about recently. Hold on, I actually want to show this game. It's a bit gore-ish, I think, but it's not that bad though. The game is called Baroque. And Google thinks I'm a bot. Great. And I'm doing a captcha now. Okay. Baroque game, Sega, if I remember. Hold on. I'm currently searching for images. I'll show it in a minute. This game. Well, there are no crazy things in here. Okay. So this game has a really cool item mechanics. They are very simple. But for example, like you see here the monster, and this is like the experience orb that you get when you kill the monster. But in these maps, like these dungeons, you get an item that's called like I think it's teleport, but it's actually teleporting all the enemies to your location, to the room you're in. And then you have another item that's, I think it's called like explosion or bomb. I don't remember the names of the items, but you can use both. Like you can use the teleport items to teleport everyone to you, and then use the bomb explosion to explode everyone in the room. And you can also add another item for like double experience, or I don't know. It has, even though it's simple, like simple mechanics, like you see how the items synergize with each other, and that's a very corporate word. Synergize. Now I know what you. Yeah, I really like this game. If you've never played it, or if you played something similar that has emergent gameplay, I mean, even something like Skyrim, because in Skyrim you can set traps on the floor and then have enemies, make enemies chase you, and then they step on the mines. But yeah, that's what I mean by this synergy of items that I want to have in my game. I want the players to be able to fool around with the items and see what they can come up with. And even though it's an RPG, so there's gonna be some grinding. I mean, there's gonna be like a grindy cycle. What's the name? Grindy game cycle, I think. I forget the name. It has a gameplay cycle. That's what I was trying to say. So even though it's gonna be like a grindy gameplay cycle, I want the player to have fun with the items and fool around with the items. And at the end of the day, since this is gonna be like a very crazy numbers go up RPG, I want the end game to be puzzly, so that once they figure out how to use the items, how to craft items, how to kill certain monsters, because they're gonna have some weaknesses and whatnot, I want the player, I want to put constraints, right? So I want the player to let go of the idea that they have a bunch of power, and I mean, that's just for the players that want to complete the game, or do the final challenge. But I want to like take out the, for example, hold on, I have it here. So let me get the player. No, not player. This the player. So we have like the athletic skill and all this stuff. I want the player to be able to play once they level up all this stuff, like the strength, the mana manipulation, the alchemy. I want them to figure out how to play by absolutely killing one of the skills. Like you can barely move. How are you gonna defend against a bunch of enemies that run towards you? Or I kill the strength and then you only have mana manipulation. So what are you gonna do? And at that point, the player should know what to do. It should be like an easy puzzle, because they should have some experience, assuming that they actually learn the mana manipulation skills and know how to make spells and whatnot. The strength is gonna be the most dumb thing, but I want the end game to feel more puzzly, so that they have to figure out how to beat a specific level given some constraints. I don't know, that idea, I really like that in my mind, that idea. What's happening here? Oh, so can I just reset? Oh gosh, why are we creating new instances? This is crazy. I think this is new though. I don't think Godot had that. Ooh. Wait. I want to fix that. Hold on, hold on, hold on. What did I just do? So I think this scene file should have like some deleted instances of that code here. Yeah. Oh, so if I search for the athletic skill component, I should be able to find other scenes where here the tomb on this scene I'm also cloning. So what I'm fixing right now is that Godot is creating extra extra oh, this is screwed up. This should not be there. Yeah, this is bad. No, no, no. So what that means is that Godot runs creates the player, it creates the instance of this code that handles the alchemy skill, and then because it had like a new one, it created. I suppose it created it again. It creates it twice. Ooh, actually, we could test that. Hold on, hold on, hold on. No, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, yeah. Let me just undo everything here. Save. I want to test this because I have not seen that before. And I think that's new. This is I for those who don't know, so Godot, they have their own stable versions of the engine, right? But I'm running on a unstable branch of the engine. You see here where it says Godot 4.7 dev custom build. I built my own version of the engine based on the latest version that they are modifying. Usually to test it and to fix things that I find as well in the engine. I also work on the engine sometimes. And if wait, where is it? I mean, I need to brag, I need to brag a little on my own channel. But if you go, I think it's even here, right? On authors, authors. You go all the way down, basically. Here, this is B. We are right here. I've helped fix the engine. Anyway, that's enough bragging. But yes, that's why I also run the latest engine version, because I like to make sure that at least for I'm very selfish. At least for my game, everything works. I need that to work. I don't want anyone screwing up with this engine. As long as it works for me, and anyone who makes games like me, then they're gonna be happy too, because they're not gonna find the issues that I already found and fixed for them. Anyway, let's keep going. That's enough bragging for now. Okay, let's go back to... Oh yeah, the testing. So we had the player here. So I think we can do something really silly. So when we run this scene, this is too big. I don't want it too big. So here, there's no text, right? Down here. That means we're not printing any text. I think we could go and find... Let me make this large. And find the athletic skill component. And then in the init function, we can be like, print, hello, I am being created. I am athletic skill. Okay, and now when we run the engine, I think that we should see it twice. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, we do see it. What? 3 times. Why 3 times? Wait, how many players are there here? It should be only 1. But anyway, if we remove... I think what's happening is that for some reason... I know we're creating at least two instances of this. My god, the bot's on kick. Let me ban a bot real quick. Archer. Yeah, get out of here, bot. Okay, done. Okay, so if we click this button, There should be one instance, just one instance of the alchemy skill component being created. Let's see. And maybe we'll see this message twice. Why are we looking at it? Why do we see 3 of them? What is happening here? Oh, wait. I fixed the athletic skill and I clicked on the alchemy skill. No, we need here. The athletic skill. This is the one we want. Okay. Now we run. Oh, you see? One less. There's less work being done by the engine. Now, why the hell are we getting 2? Because I don't get it. I do not get it. This is weird. This is weird. I don't want the engine to do unnecessary work. Okay, first off, we found that. So let's just kill all of these because we only need one instance of each of these components. And it's the instance that's tied to the player itself and not to this scene, which is the tomb scene. So let's just take away all of this. And let's take it for a spin. Again, we should see 2 messages, right? Now the question is, what do we get to? So what we can do is we can go and print the stack trace. The stack trace is basically what's happening. In this case, it's just over JavaScript, so we can see what's happening when the instance is being created. And I don't think we'll see much, but let's see. Okay, stack trace. Oh my god, we don't see much at all. We only see that the function is being executed, the same function that we... I don't like this at all. Okay, let's go back to the player. Hold on. Let's go back to the player scene. Because I'm not sure why we're getting 2 instances of this object when we should see only 1. So when we run the player scene, just the player, there's nothing else. We should see... Wait, we see 2? We see 2? What the hell? What the hell is going on? What the hell? Okay, so... Okay, let's just... I'm gonna keep this message here. Super. So the super function just runs this function. And this just runs the... Okay, yeah. Which is fine. Wait, I think I'm screwing up something. I think I'm screwing up something and it's my fault. Hold on. I think I know what's happening now. Maybe. Even here. It's getting... you know what? I think I know why. So the athletic skill component. This is something that I was trying to wrap my head around when I first created this class. So what's happening is this line of code. Let me just return here. So what this does usually underneath, under the hood, what this does is it creates the same class. It duplicates whatever resource object you created in memory and then gives you another instance. So that's why we see this function twice. I think that's the case. Let's see if I run it. Let me restart the engine because the class was registered already and maybe the engine did not update the usage. It's still showing up twice. Okay, now this is very confusing. I'm not sure what's happening here. Because right now it should not be doing that. Wait, hold on. Maybe it's here, right? So in the scene, we can set all this. Okay. Let's remove that for the... Where's the athletic skill again? Oh, it's right here. This. Local to scene. Let's remove this. Now we should see it once, I think. Oh, now we see it once. This is what I want, actually. But, well, this is what I want, but specifically for... I don't like that the engine actually creates 2 instances. When you run this code, set local to scene. I mean, it's fine due to how the engine works. But I want it to work... Oh, gosh. See, the engine has these two classes, resource and ref counted. Ref counted is what I want this component to act like, which is just one instance that's independent of every other instance you create. And resource is usually shared by multiple scenes or objects. And you can make the resource act like a ref counted object by setting this local to scene on, but it's creating the object twice. So when I run the scene again, we see this twice. I think I'm not gonna worry about it. That's just some wasteful, some CPU cycle waste right there that I think I'm going to ignore. Because the problem is that if I change this class, the athletic skill component, from resource to ref counted, I cannot do this. I cannot change values here in the editor. That's a problem. I want to be able to just make me go faster. I mean, I think if I remember, let me take this off. Right now, I'm walking like this. Then if I go like 300, then I walk. Well, it's not synchronizing, which is something else that I wanted to synchronize, but it's not really working. But if I do it here in the remote scene, here it should work. If I remember. 400. Then it worked for a second. Hey, stop moving, sir. Come back here. It really worked for a second. What is happening? Oh, it's the level up. The level up is screwing up the base walking speed. Is it? I think this seems like a bug. I think we found a bug testing this. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Let's just undo this. I don't care. Let the engine run it twice. Let's go back to athletic skill component. Remove the hello. We don't need that anymore. Let me take a look at all the changes really quick. Yeah, I need to restart the engine too. Hold on. We gotta change the base class and it needs to be reloaded. Okay, now when we save, we should see that the athletic skill component has local scene by default. But this is a... so when I go back here, this is probably going to say in the athletic skill, local to scene again. Yeah, because it's part of the code that I'm running in the editor. You know what? I don't like it. Nope. No. I don't like it because this adds a bunch of... Sure, it's just one scene. But I think for the enemies, because the enemies also have health. I don't want this for the enemies, because the enemies have... Wait, what? What? It's disabled here? Wait. Do I do it on code by code here? Set local. No. Oh, it's being done at runtime. Wait, is it? Health component. When we go here, we go to component. Yeah, it's being done at runtime. This duplicates so much nonsense. I think it's fine, because it's still gonna happen anyway. Yeah, it's still gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah, what I can do is... drop it from the scene itself. And by doing that, I need to drop the tool. What happens if I drop the tool? Because I think, okay, hold on. Let's mess around with the component class really quick. Actually, wait, before we do that, hold on. Let me go through the item DB generator really quick. Let's add these changes because we were working on this earlier. Yeah, all this is fine. Now add clickable category to items. I need to regenerate the item database code. Okay, now here I don't want to change any of these yet. No. Actually, let's add these shaders for now. And I think that's fine. I'm gonna add this too. And then we'll keep these. Yeah, we don't want these changes. Not sure what to do here. Let me just add the aura. Add aura. Add rough aura. Let's be honest with ourselves. Add vibe coded aura code. That was we did that with the AI recently. So here the changes that we have here are simply the resource components that we're basically not running the code twice, which is what I want to do because I like performance. I want my game to run as fast as possible and as lightweight as possible. So I usually do a lot of obtuse things just so that it works like I wanted it to. How much time we have left? Only 20 minutes left on stream. Today's gonna be a short stream, like I said at the beginning. I've been working all day, but I did not really do game dev. It was mostly infrastructure stuff, which is important for my needs. Okay. Now let me go back to the component. Let's mess around with the component class really quick. Set local to scene. Let's disable this. And just comment the whole thing. And then all the other component classes, like health component. I don't think we need the tool. It does not have the tool component here, the tool tag. We don't need it. That's exactly what I want from the athletic skill. We simply stop. We don't do the tool because we don't want the code to run within the engine so that the scene files don't get scuffed. It's fine. Actually, no. So we want this. This is fine. We just want to drop the tool from any component. So we do tool right, and then we do component. So basically all these components, let me just get here. So we drop the tool from all of them. I don't want this code to run in the editor. Which one of these have the tool? Hold on. The knowledge component, the black skill component, strength component. I don't remember why I even added the tool, so I don't think we need it at all. Oh, maybe it was for the... I'm not sure honestly. But I was thinking it was for the remote synchronization. But enchanting. Okay, let's go back. Now, when we run this, that's okay. Let me fix this code, not grab, I think. This is annoying. That's okay, I don't think I want to show an error. Okay, and then let's go back to the athletic skill component and then do a hello here. And it's running twice because we have it set here as a local to scene. And now it's still running twice. But here's the thing. This is what I want. It's still running twice, but it's not being set in the scene here. When I go back to athletic skill, it's not getting set automatically because this code is not a tool code. So it's not getting run within the engine. That's why this time when we entered the editor, we did not see the hello down here. Because this code is not tool code anymore. Okay, I think this is what I want. And let's see if I run this. And let's say I go set this to 300. Can this run faster? No, it does not. Okay, now if I go back to the base one. Base kill component. You know, just component. Let me just do return here. We should now see just one hello. Oh wait, I removed the athletics. Remove the hello. So now just one hello, right? Yeah. And now when I tweak, let me just run a little so that we don't level up so fast. So now when I set this to, I don't know, 500. Yeah. Now the synchronization. Wait, the synchronization was working earlier too, right? Even though. Hold on, I wanna double check that. I don't think we need to restart, but I'm just doing it. We're gonna run a little. And then we're gonna set this, and then yeah, it's not working. I'm not able to change. Let's see. You just set it, and then we're going to check directly. should return an instance. It does, and then we do get walking speed, I think. How about now? Make this bigger. Still 119. Can I? How can I check if it's local to scene? Skill component. I don't think. Okay. I don't remember which function that is. This is local to scene. Local to scene. Oh, there it is. It's true. Why is it true? Because we did this. And that's why it's not synchronizing. We disable this. And now... Okay. Actually, just return here. We run a little. This is a good detail that I did not pay attention to when I was working on these classes. I think I'm gonna keep it this way. I don't want to have so much duplication of code unnecessarily. Especially via the scenes themselves too as well. So here, if I do like 6, this is way too fast. Oh yeah. And we get a level up, and then the walking speed got screwed up, which is fine. Alright. And if I check it now... This is the reason why I first started... No, I don't want the follow camera. It's not... This is why I initially implemented this as resource, because I want to be able to tweak certain values when I'm working on the game. And if I did not fix this now, when debugging the game, I would not be able to use the UI, the Godot UI, for debugging the game, which is gonna be a pain. And I can make my own like UI like I have here. This works at runtime. But it's a pain to basically implement what's already implemented for you. Okay, speed, and here it's 100, and if I change this to, I don't know, 600, I change this. There we go. There we go. And then when this is a level up, when it levels up, the walking speed gets updated. So that's why it gets back to a certain value based on the athletic skill level. Yeah. All right. Let's make this commit, because I want this change in here. I don't want all the components to double up, and I only want them to double in the enemy code. And this is gonna be good, a good change. So this class is just gonna be nothing. Actually, I'm gonna leave a note. Note here. We're gonna leave this as return. Actually, just no. Now leave it like this. Note. Initially, we implemented set local to scene. For components, but that Godot can't synchronize. Let me double check once more, just to make sure. I make absolutely sure that if I check, so I remember doing it, but let me just do it again one more time. One more time. Athletic skill, athletic skill component. Get walking speed 109, right? And then we do 200 here, and we get it again, and we only get 109. Yeah. What's happening is we cannot set values through the editor when it's yeah, when it's local to scene. Okay. Because I can synchronize change resource changes from the editor into the running, and the resource is set to be local. This will prevent us from debugging the player code during development, and for that reason, do not uncomment the init function. Do not implement function below. It's a really nice warning and documentation of what we want to achieve. This is fine. Function as below. Not call. Easily by modifying component values via the editor. For that reason, do not implement the init function we don't call. Implement the init function. This is funny. Now we're gonna have some issues because we're calling super on a function that is not implemented, like this one. This is the battle stats component. Battle stats component. Super here, so that means we can probably just remove the super from all of these functions. Alchemy, athletic. Let's remove the hello too. Base skill component. Yep. Out. This is good, actually. I like this because now we're simplifying the code. Battle stats component. So there's no init function here. Good. Let me just run the scene again. Maybe we'll find something else that needs to be removed. Okay. Actually, I can just do super. Yep, strength, blacksmithing, and points tracker, and enchanting skill. Right. This is on interaction component. Yep, that looks good. Let's run the enemy chase. I think the enemies are now scuffed because they're probably going to share all their health. So probably when I kill one, all of them are gonna die. Yep, all of them are gonna die. So in the enemy code, we want the health component. In the ready function here, set local to scene. Let's take the enemy chase again. Now this should work. Oh no. Okay, no, in this case I can just do it here. Not here, but in here. Specifically here. Yeah. Now this should work. I like this. Just one click away. Now we should be able to kill them. Yes. Sweet. I actually like this. Yep. Definitely. I'm keeping this exchange. And with this, we're gonna wrap today's stream. Okay. Component. We're gonna add this, add this. What's this? Enemy? Yeah. I want only one of these changes. This one. I don't want that one. We will fix the. We'll clean up the scenes later. I'll do that later. You know, clean up component. Clean up wrong use of set local scene component class. We want to be able to debug the player code easily, and this prevents us from synchronizing editor changes to the runtime, to the game at runtime. I'm going to push the changes, and that's it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm glad I was able to stream today because it was a bit rough this morning, but I made it on time to stream at least 1 hour, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow for with more time, not as little time as today. Anyway, let's reload this from disk. Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. We have a bot now on Twitch. Get out of here, conservative. So many bots. Anyway, let's roll the credits. Today we had the Big Donut. Thank you for being here, and the rest of the people, the Arch. But oh my God, the Arch and Conservation. Those are fuck both of those. Both of those are bots. Thank you everyone who watched. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.